Let's Knit Together is made possible by your contributions.
Hi there, I'm Kat. Let's knit together. Today, knitting with wire. Knitting with wire is not as difficult as you might think. You can make something simple like this bracelet or something extraordinary like this necklace. You use the very same knitting techniques that you would with yarn, but there are a few tricks. We're going to demonstrate how to make this simple wire bracelet. The supplies you'll need are 26 to 28 gauge artistic wire, small wire cutters, size 4 wooden or bamboo needles, 8 to 10 large or decorative beads, and a clasp. You can find the wire and beads in your beading section at your local craft store. I don't recommend knitting with any wire thicker than 26 gauge because it's very hard on your fingers. Anything finer than 32 gauge is too fragile for knitting. Before you start, thread all the beads onto the wire. First, we'll start out by casting on 6 stitches using the S or half hitch cast on. You don't want to use long tail, cable, or any other complicated cast on because it will bend the wire too much. Now turn and purl 1 row. At this point, you'll want to play with the wire bit to pull it into shape. You don't have to worry too much about the needle falling out because you can slip it right back into the loops. Repeat the first row 2 more times. For the next row, we'll add the bead. So purl 3, slip the bead between the stitches, and purl the last 3 stitches. You'll be slipping the bead just like we did in the Bling Bling Knitting with Beads episode. Continue with these 4 rows until you reach the desired length. Mine is around 7.5 inches. Now we're going to sew a bind off with the wire because a standard bind off twists the wire too much. Clip the end around 6 inches long. Turn it so the wire is on the right. You want to go through each loop twice. Thread it through the first loop, then around again through the second. Continue that way to the end. Once you've reached the last stitch, run it straight through the loops to the center. Now attach the clasp by threading the wire through a few times for strength. You can't really weave in the ends like you would with yarn, so run it back through the remaining bound-off loops, then a little down the side. Clip the wire somewhere so that it's not sticking out. On the cast-on side, sew the wire through to the middle and create a loop to hook the clasp. Then run the wire through to the other end and down the side, same as before. Clip the wire. So there you are. See how easy that was? This book, Twist and Loop by Annie Motorset, illustrates a variety of ways you can use knitted or crocheted wire with beads and yarn to create beautiful jewelry pieces. This simple beaded crochet chain is a great first project to get comfortable with manipulating wire. There are also some advanced pieces like this pin, which really show off what you can do with wire. Although I haven't made any of the projects in this book, the colorful and artistic pictures inspired me to design this necklace. Thank you for all your comments and emails. Remember, this show is supported by you. Please consider leaving a donation on the website. Bye! See you next time!